Hi guys, it's MJ Lax here. So I thought I'll record a video for you as there are a lot of questions related to small caps and especially Ascensus Surgical and a few other ones. So I wanted to provide you a portfolio update in the video version as I think I'll be able to express myself more clearly and you will get a little bit more context than if I would write a post about it. So first of all, we're second month in a row slightly in the red, about 2.5%. If we step back, we are still 21% on a year, which is a fantastic yearly return, and we are 3.5 months in. So you need to kind of incorporate that if you make 20% in a month of January, and some of it is obviously coming from, a lot of it is coming from TRXC at that time, Transenterix, and now Ascensus and Bionano. These stocks, because they were rallying up until February, some of these gains are, a lot of these gains are actually being given away at this time, which for small cap stocks is relatively normal. You know that I took profit at above 1,000%. Ascensus at a lot of at 6.5. I rebought yesterday because I think it's oversold at about $2. But you need to be prepared for the volatility. I know many of you also bought those stocks a bit more. Maybe you didn't take profit, so you're hurting a lot now. That just shows again how difficult the role of a portfolio manager or popular investor is. So our portfolio is relatively softening the blow at 2.5%, which is not so bad. Obviously, we are building even stronger portfolio now for the growth in the upcoming months. So we are at 2,000 copiers, and I think all of those 2,000 copiers will be very, very happy with the growth to come. I have been watching very carefully all the opinions out there of the bankers and Bloomberg guests and I've been watching a lot of different videos and prognostics. I'm personally positive, as I said before, bullish on the economy. I think a lot of money is being pumped in the market. It's going to be even more. I personally see a lot of growth from retail investors and a lot of savings that are accumulated in the UK and the US. They will go to the stock market. So I think we will see a stronger growth. I think we'll see a strong earnings seasons, which will fuel the growth even further. So I think for the upcoming foreseeable future, we are gonna see a bullish trend. Even though I'm careful, I want to be prepared for the downturn. But for me, the market looks ready to take off. Small caps, they have been largely hit. They've been outperforming in Q1 and especially January. They're underperforming now. So again, it's cyclical, and so it's in many sense to be expected. It hurts a lot. I know how much it hurts because normally I don't have that many small cap stocks. I've built a little bit bigger exposure, and I have bought some new stocks yesterday as I see them at very low levels. So companies such as Kier and Shell, I see them as extremely safe and maybe with about 50% upside potential over the next 12 months or so. So they will be growing quite steadily, and I like that. We have a lot of that in portfolio. We have China 50 index. So again, the whole index, probably similar returns. We have Peloton and Upwork, which I also think will grow about 50% from now. They are actually growth stocks, so a little bit less value, but they are two of my favorite growth stocks. Both businesses I believe in very, very strongly, very well diversified, also on the management level, fantastic product. And I think they will, I'm absolutely convinced they are here to stay as businesses. The small caps, we have some of our favorites. ASXC, so obviously we've made over 1,000% on them. They are in the robotics niche, so quite difficult market to crack. They said they want 10 to 12 Senhance systems installed. We have some good news from Japan. And we have some very interesting news yesterday. The equity options volume on calls. So the call is that the stock will go up. Put is that the option will go down. At 5 USD had huge volumes. So expiring on the 21st of May. So that says that within a month we will see a growth to about 5. I'm not sure whether we will see growth about 5, but buying at 2, even assuming it will go to 3, which is not even a half of all time, no, half of 12 months, that's still 50% return, which is humongous. So if we assume that what I bought yesterday at 2 will go to 4, that's 2x, and then again, the rationale of buying two companies, one of which is doubles, one of which bankrupts, you still go up because of the company goes more than double. So I try to build as many companies that will likely double as I can. So I think Asensus will double from the price of $2. I think HTBX will double from the price of 7, more than that. So I think it can be next. Some really good data coming yesterday as well. So we had a huge, a lot of, I've noticed a lot of the small cap go down together. I actually look at the volume of ASXC yesterday at minus 21%, and it was very low. It was tiny fraction. Maybe I published that one of the posts was tiny fraction of the volume we had when it was growing. So that's reassuring for me. So ASXC, HTBX, both of them, I think HTBX has even more growth. Looking at my screen, it's about 300%. So that's phenomenal. So some good data coming from them. It's great. BNGO has also been making circles on the conferences. They've really exposed. We had Katsi from ARK buying it yesterday. We bought it yesterday as well. So pretty good. It was BNGO, yeah. So it's the first time I picked BNGO back. It looks like a strong buy on my screens, and it's interesting. We also were over 1000% profit on it and took a lot of profit. It's actually very small position left, but I rebought yesterday. I thought we are oversold. And the final one is NNDM. We actually have a call with CEO of NNDM later on. And I think Katsi from ARK bought that one as well. And so this is a new, we have a few other smaller cap stocks, and companies like Boxlike, they almost have the same revenue as the market cap. This is not a pharma stock, so I'm very bullish about them. I would actually like to pick up more, but they actually show the highest risk for the portfolio. So I'm careful to stay at the risk 5, occasionally touching 6. As you know, 6 is maximum for the popular investors, so I'm very, very careful there. So again, these stocks, they're more risky by default. They are more volatile by default, but in combination with the strong core portfolio that we have, we also have post-COVID trade in the UK quite a bit, and they will pay dividends in the future. You remember we used to grow 5% on a day. These days will come back. So if we grow 5% on a day, all the losses for March and April are gone. And we have not seen such a strong day. We are relatively low volume, relatively without the direction. So with the inflation data coming and the vaccine news coming, and the earnings, I think we'll start growing massively on the earnings. So we'll see if the sell in May and go away applies this year. We'll be watching very, very closely. But I just wanted to tell you that I'm very happy with those small cap stocks that we have. Picked up a lot yesterday, just as much as I could to be comfortable with the risk. And I do think we'll see outperformance from those. Not from all of them, but if we aggregate 5 of them, I think it's a fantastic investment to have about 2% in 5 of them, and that's about 10% of the portfolio, and maybe we have slightly more. So do not worry. I am actually all the positions I opened yesterday, I have stop losses for them. I'm watching the news 24/7, except when I'm sleeping, obviously. but I have my dedicating screens to it. So I have a lot of information about those small caps. Do not forget that a lot of the companies, COCP, Ascensus, a lot of them, they have cash for the next 2-3 years, so they are not exactly going to zero. They have a lot of investment. Yeah, I've written a few articles about them. Vanguard is behind them, BlackRock is behind them. So these are not random penny, they're not really penny stock. A stock that's worth $1 billion is not necessarily a penny stock. So just because something trading in few dollars, it does not make it automatically a penny stock. So I think this term has been used too loosely on eToro. So to wrap up, the small caps continue to be part of the portfolio strategy. We have a little bit more exposure built in yesterday, as I think these prices are phenomenal. If you want to invest in them on your own merit, maybe haven't have strong nerves and a lot of capital to average down or just withstand the blows to them, because as much as I thought it's oversold yesterday, we may see continued downturn pressure on them today as well. So you can never time it to the day, but if I extend the horizon even to a few months, I think the prices, a lot of them are below capital raises prices, and I think they are absolutely great. So I'm actually maybe loading down up on them a lot on my private profile, such as MJ Limitless. I actually have a lot of HTBX there that's in the red, but I'd like to maybe buy ENPX as well, and maybe more box lights. So we'll see about that. But I just wanted to send a message of kind of strength and beliefs that we know what we are doing there. It's tough to see them going down. Yeah, as you see, the portfolio amortizes that. It's a -2.5, not -10. There are a lot of even Elite Pro who had Nasdaq stocks that they were -10% down in March. We had -2%. So again, put that into perspective, and stick around, because I do think we'll have the explosive growth, and it would be a shame if you miss that. And as a lot of investors know, the kind of the desire to quit is the strongest just before we are taking off. So I do think we'll take off still in April. I am waiting for the earnings and strong upward growth momentum, and I am very confident in the portfolio composition as of now. And as I said, I expect about 50% from the top positions within 12 months, and about 100% plus from the small caps, not all of them. And I think in the aggregate, I think we'll cross 50% for the year. So it's about 28%, 29% from now. I think that sounds about right. And again, we'll have to see how strong the earnings are, what the inflation is, how the vaccine rollout goes out. But overall, we are very bullish. So I hope that calms you down a little bit. Put questions below if you have to any of the specific stocks or the overall strategy. A lot of you asked me to write about it, and so I've decided to put a video. So I'm going to post that now, and I wish you all the best. And yeah, looking forward to those green days. Take care.